Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pop Culture Project. I am Steve.
And I am John.
And today we got a whole lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
So, before we start talking about things, we're running our contest still for when we hit 200 subscribers. You will get to choose between one of these bad boys right here. The drawing will be random like it was last time. We'll go live and do that, and give me your information, or John, you can hit me up at thelapscomicfan@gmail.com, or
hit me up at corruptedperlers@gmail, or on any of my social media.
Same with me. Mine will be the Laps Comic Fan or Laps Comic Fan. You'll know it if you know the symbol. So before we get into our normal show, I wanted to talk a little. I'm just gonna give my small opinion on there's a lot of civil unrest in America today and yesterday and the last couple days with this Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. I'm not gonna say whether it was right or wrong. I'm not gonna go into that, but I am gonna say it really shows how divided we are as a country, and when you use something for political agenda, how it drives a wedge even more into America. And I think when you have people that want to use something like this to get their agenda across, even without factual data on either side,
it's never good.
It's never good. Me, I personally don't give a fuck.
I don't really care.
I don't give a shit either way. I mean, I feel bad for the people that were killed, but I also think, like, why do we as Americans destroy shit? Like, I live here, I'm gonna destroy it.
Yeah.
Let's get it, honey. We need to destroy everything. We're angry. You know, like, it's like you're angry against, like, the law system, so you destroy where you live. Like, that's...
It don't make no goddamn sense to me.
No. And you know, the kid didn't do right either. You know, he might have done right while he was there, but did he really need to be there? Did any of those people really need to be doing what they were doing?
Nope.
No. So, if you're out there and you're obsessing over this and you're mad and you're angry, just, you know, maybe keep that radius of your circle not global, because it's going to take every single person to change. And when you try to change people, that's when things go wrong. People need to change themselves. They need to see the error of their own ways. They don't need people pointing them out. Like, think of any time you do something and someone points out your faults or your problems or stuff that you think badly about yourself, it never works out right.
No, you have to experience that for yourself and grow as a person. That's kind of what it's all about.
Yes. So we're not going to be talking about this type of stuff maybe in a different show, but
yeah, no.
I just wanted to give my opinion on it. I think everybody's stupid, so go fuck yourself. Alright, so
anyways,
so we got a bunch of comic books to unpack, and while we're unpacking the comics, John is going to give his thoughts on the Spider-Man trailer that I missed the lizard in.
Yeah, that's this is gonna be an exciting one, in my opinion. They pretty much all but, you know, showed us Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in it. You know, there's the one particular clip that is going around right now is the trailer from the Brazil release of the movie, and the scene where it shows Electro, Sandman, and the Lizard all jumping towards Spider-Man.
Or Spider-Man.
Or Spider-Men. Spider-Guys. Spider-Guys.
Spider-Guys.
Spider-Man. But anyways, so as they're jumping towards each other, the Lizard just gets hit out of nowhere. There's nothing in front of him.
He got JFK'd, dude. Back into the left.
It was just... Yeah. It was... something hit him. Something was removed from the footage, so we'll see. I mean, what we saw before the Eternals with the MCU executives saying that, you know...
Well, it was spokespeople. It was these two young people. You know, like when you're sitting in a movie theater and they have the movie quizzes? Well, it was these two people. It was a guy and a girl talking about the upcoming Spider-Man movie and the Spider-Man trailer.
Yeah.
And they made a statement based along the lines of all these villains were going to be there, so they told us straightforward. And then they made an underhanded comment saying, if people don't think that Tom Holland Spider-Man would need help from other more experienced Spider-Men, then you're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
Something like along those lines. Because I remember I looked right at John and I just went, did they just tell us that they're definitely in this movie? Like without saying, you know how people say, tell me you're this without saying you're this.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they did.
Yeah, and then you have what happened, what was it, yesterday? Jamie Foxx. Which, I'm really excited to see his Electro in this because I didn't really care for his Electro that he did before. I didn't really care for the blue look. He looked like an electrified powder. I didn't really care for that whole look. So, I mean, this one's cool, but he tweeted out the thing. It said, #hunting spiders.
And had a picture with 3 Spider-Men in it.
So,
yeah,
we'll leave that up to you guys. Whether or not you think he's in there or they're both in there, I personally do. But
right, so here's two packages.
Right.
So what did you think overall, though, from the trailer? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be. After the last few movies that Marvel put out, I think this is gonna be a redeeming quality.
Well, I think it for me, it goes to show that I think that's why they're putting all of their stock in the shows now. By the way that they're doing the Coruntus and everybody not going into the movie theaters, I think that putting their stock in the shows makes more sense, because then you won't have these big releases with these big budgets for these D-list, C-list characters.
Yeah, I mean,
because this is gonna show you that the Runtus doesn't affect the movie going fans, because this movie is going to make a shit ton of money.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
going to. People are gonna go see this movie, and if it doesn't, I will be surprised. All right, so I'm gonna go first. I got Shadowhawk 2. It's pretty cool looking, man. Look at that.
This is from. Oh, that is pretty cool. This is from Dark Horse Comics. This is called Out of the Vortex.
Cool.
Looks like it's got some pretty cool art to it.
Hey man, we got New 52 Grifter #1. Look at that.
Ooh. And
Grifter #1.
we got Grifter #3.
Sweet. Now I can read Grifter.
Didn't you have another one of those?
Yes. I think I actually got #2.
Do you?
I believe so. We got a James Patterson book. I don't know if I like the character. Max Ride, Final Flight.
Here we have Punisher and Night Stalker.
Ooh, cool.
I might want to read that one.
We got a Devil's Due comic. Galaxies for Hire. Cool.
You got Wonder Woman 755.
Yep.
That's pretty cool art on the front of that.
Yes.
I like that.
We have the Justice Society of America from 2002, #33.
Oh, we have an Archie horror comic here, Blossom 666.
We have Fire Kindling in Miss Marvel. You can use that to start a fire anywhere.
Yeah. Here we have City of Bane.
Oh, nice.
Batman.
Nice. And we have an Image comic, Hellspawn #4. Cool.
Dark Circle Comics. Not really familiar with them, but this is called The Shield.
Nice. We got 1985 New Teen Titans. Man, they're giving me a bunch of these. The New Teen Titans. It's pretty cool.
If we're gonna do that, we're gonna.
the
Oh,
same
it's the
one.
same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, doubles.
You can have that one then. Put
Cool.
that aside. Oh, sweet. I got another one in the Generation X.
Oh, nice.
We got number 19 from September 1996. Cool.
Here we have. What is this? Young Justice?
Yep.
The Evils of Earth 3.
And we got X-Men #1 from this. I know this is the 2000s, but this is the wedding special. I don't know who's getting married, but
Strike Force on the back. Yep. Here we have Year of the Villain, Doom Rising, The Flash.
ooh,
And since you're opening that, they have another one from Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen,
so I
with
know
the Joker on it.
I know we're gonna have a couple doubles coming up here because I saw them in there and for the next pack. So here's a $1 comic of Justice League of America. Cool.
Batman and the Outsiders #1.
Ooh, look. You can have this one because I have the whole
Oh
run.
yeah, you do.
But Dollar Day Green Lantern.
Nice. Here we have Martian Manhunter #3.
Sweet. Flash #1 from whatever year.
We have Batman,
It's the new 52. So
Detective Comics. We have what is this? 1018.
nice. Ooh, nice, a good one. We have the winter special for Swamp Thing #1. Awesome. I love Swamp Thing. It's sweet.
Kind of want to read this one. Here we have Heroes for Hire, Civil War.
So these seem to be big monumental numbered comics. So we got Flash 750.
Earth 2, World's End.
Oh, sweet.
#1.
I have the Earth 2 stuff. Ooh, Detective Comics 1000 landmark issue. 96 pages. That's awesome.
Pretty sure we've shown this one like 3 times.
Have we?
I don't know. I think I got it once. You got it once. Lightning Comics presents Helena, Catfight #1. Wake me when it's over.
We got Batgirl #34.
Wonder Man #8.
Oh, sweet.
Uh-oh.
What?
Corner of it was a little.
It's alright. Don't matter. Ooh, Action Comics 1000. Sweet.
The Final Days of Superman. Superman and Wonder Woman #29.
And I did read some of this. This was some of the new 52 that I did read. This is Action Comics #34 from the new 52. This was part of the Superman Doomed storyline that they did, where he turned into like Doomsday and all that stuff. I did read some of this. I got it from the Carnegie Library in Pittsburgh.
How the fuck you say that?
Camwe.
Camwe?
Yep.
Okay. Camwe.
And a giant Teen Titans. It just says 100 page. Oh, 100 page Teen Titans #1. Okay, so these things are awesome. I love going to Ollie's and getting these 10 packs because they're cheap and it's fun. You get a bunch of different crazy stuff, and I read all of them. I've read almost all the ones that we've showed on this show, and you end up getting a bunch of cool stuff that you might never have heard of or never thought to even go try. And what I'm going to be doing maybe next week, or it might be the week after, but you're going to see I'm going to be buying these, and we're going to be giving these away every week that I can. Maybe every 2 weeks. But you're going to have to comment. You're going to have to like the video and comment, and I'm going to pick out of my favorite comments. And also with the Laps Comic Fan, I put up stuff on the Instagram and in the comment section of the video. I lay out all the comics that I would like people to vote on for me to review. So the more you participate, the more you will get. And there's also something I'm going to show you here in a minute that I might go pick up an extra one. If I see people comment, I will go pick up what I'm going to show you after this, and I will also give it away.
It's really cool, too.
And I'll give away every 2 weeks. Every other week, I will give it away, and I'll leave it up for that other week and to let comments build up. And I want you to share it, like it, and all that stuff, and get as many people as we possibly can. Because if I only have one person comment, or it's like someone that I know in real life, I don't really want to do that. I want to get more people involved.
Yeah.
So there might be some, what do you call it here? Some repeats here.
You know what I realized when I was looking through the ones that I got at home?
What's that?
I got about 5 or 6 Sons of Anarchy comics. Yeah.
All right, so we got
Sons of Anarchy number 5.
we got Havoc and Wolverine Meltdown number 2.
Is this
Nice.
a double?
No.
I have this one then. This is New Teen Titans number 22.
From what year? 1985?
86.
86. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Oh, sweet. They gave me a whole graphic novel. We got the Z-Men, All the President's Men.
We have
This, yes, it is now. It is a double.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is.
Got the same one as John.
Here we have Sabretooth and Mystique number 2 from January 97.
Dude, all I need now is 8 more issues of Secret Empire, because here's Secret Empire number 3.
I'm not reading any more of those.
The whole story's not too bad
Yeah.
when you read it all together. Yeah.
So just that one that I.
Well, you read 7 out of 10.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you were in the middle of
What is
stuff.
this one?
We got
X-Men.
Sergio Agana's Gru the Wanderer. What in the hell?
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It looks like Moses.
What is this? X-Men United?
Yeah.
X-Men United number 17.
And another Outsiders, Return of the Fearsome Five. Okay. So that's the comic haul for the week. There was 50 comics, I believe. 5 packs of 10. So that's pretty sweet, man. That's a nice little haul right there.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm going to go out and buy more of these every couple of weeks. And then you got to like the video, comment on it, share it, try to get as many people as we can interacting, guys. We really want to interact with the comic stuff. We really, really do. So I saw this at Ollie's and I picked it up and I was like, this is really cool. The box is cool. The artwork on the box is cool. Plus it comes with my favorite Batman story, probably in my top 3 favorite Batman story of all time. And it is The Dark Knight Returns box, mask, and graphic novel all in one. All the issues into one. So you go in there. That's gonna be so loud in the microphone. Lift it up, and it comes with the 30th anniversary edition. And it also comes with a little mask that's pretty neat. Like nothing spectacular or anything like that. It's got Velcro on it. I'm old man. They have a bunch of these at Ollie's, and I'm thinking when I do tomorrow, Amanda and I are going to be reviewing The Wheel of Time, the first 3 episodes from Amazon, and you will know tomorrow if I went out and got one, because I'm thinking this for my Thanksgiving episode that I do for Lapsed Comic Fan. This might be a giveaway, and I'll leave it up for a couple of weeks. And like I said, you got to comment, just like for the comics one. And I'm going to be doing a Batman story for Thanksgiving. And I want to hear your favorite Batman story, or if you think Dark Knight Returns is the best Batman story, I want to hear why you think it is. Sound fair?
Yep.
And then
Sounds
I
like
will mail this out to you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But it'll be in the plastic. This is mine. I'm going to get you guys your own. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of giveaways coming up.
I was thinking about maybe having something special for around Christmas to give away.
I think we're going to do, I think Christmas is on a Saturday this year.
Is it?
I believe so, because I think usually Christmas Eve is when my family does their thing, and
Yeah.
I think I heard my mother say it was a Friday.
Okay.
So if Christmas is on a Saturday, we might do.
We should do a live stream.
We'll do a live stream, and we'll give away some stuff.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll have more information coming up, but we're gonna do some giveaway stuff. So we just want everybody to like and subscribe, and we want comments and things that everybody gets. Even if you're already subscribed to our channel, we would like to have you guys comment on things. If you don't like the show, then say, hey, you guys are stupid and your faces are stupid and we hate your face and want to stomp it in with our feet.
I mean, if that's what you want to say it, but at least say it.
At least say it, yeah. So we're going to go into our comic reviews for the week.
Okay, so I had Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, Book 4.
Good Lord. Yeah, The Master Race is not like the original Dark Knight Returns.
Nah,
It's
well,
not good.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that from what you said about how much you enjoyed that one, and then the reaction I got when I picked this one. So it starts off, we see Superman, and he is telling his daughter Lara that she's making a mistake because she wants to eliminate the humans to make a new world for the Kryptonians. And Superman says that he won't put himself above humanity, and that what he does is he actually reaches his hand out to her to tell her, like, come with me, join me, and she blasts him with her eye lasers.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
She's a bitch.
So, but it blasts him through the Washington Monument, because why not?
Yeah.
And he says that he won't hit her. And she tells him to choose his people because she already has. And behind her, you see a bunch of people from Krypton floating behind her, flying, whatever, just hanging out, backing her up. And then it cuts to Batman. You see Batman in the Batcave with Carrie, and she asks him to. They're watching all of this unfold with Superman and his daughter, and she's asking him to stop it, and Bruce is like, no, I can't. There's only one person that can stop it, and he won't. So, then we see Superman all beaten down, laying there bloody, and
like Superman is.
Yeah, he's defeated. He's laying there in a pile, and Lara and the other Kryptonians, they come flying down, and they judge him based on his crimes for not wanting to put himself above the humans, and they end up freezing him in black matter for eternity, is what they say. So they cover him in his black shit, and he's frozen there for all time.
Eternity.
Lara and her group of people, they head to Gotham, and they demand that they hand over Batman to him. And they said that they have 36 hours, or they're all dead.
That's not a really good compromising offer.
Yeah. They said, I believe that the way that they said it in there was, if by the 37th hour, or you'll be dead by the 37th hour if he's not given up by the 36th.
Jesus.
Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm even though this is older, I'm just so sick of the evil Superman, that archetype, because it's like, what do you do? It's Superman. All these people comparing like Icarus to Superman and all this stuff. All I have, like, are you kidding me?
Superman would
destroy
Icarus.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's Superman. He's like the most MacGuffin that there is.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna do shit. So, anyways, there's all these the citizens are outside of City Hall in Gotham, pitchfork and fucking torches,
Frankenstein.
Yeah, they're pretty much. And you see there's all these armored guards standing on the steps of City Hall, holding everybody back. And we see Bruce and Carrie back in the Batcave, and she's like giving him a cortisone shot or something in his knee and stitching him up and all this other shit. And he asks her if she has heard from the Bat Boys. I don't know who the Bat Boys are.
Okay, so in the original Dark Knight Returns, there was these guys that were part of this gang called the Mutants, right? And the Batman comes out of retirement to take down the mutants, and they had this leader, right? And he ends up beating the leader. The leader actually beats his ass first, and he comes back and beats the leader down, but does it in front of all the mutants. And then they become the Sons of Batman.
Okay.
They change their allegiances, and Bruce is supposedly, he takes this pill because he gets too big for his britches, and then the government pulls in Superman. So they do a fight with him versus Superman, and he wears this like mechanical suit and beats Superman down using kryptonite and stuff like that. But he takes a pill that makes it look like he's had a heart attack and dies because he's old.
Okay.
So he goes underground. He ends up killing the Joker. He actually kills him in The Dark Knight Returns. And it's like it's very backwards because it's like everybody wants the Joker to be dead, right? Until Batman actually kills him, and it's like, you've killed someone.
Yeah.
No, he killed a guy who's killed thousands of people.
Yeah.
So that was the Sons of Batman. I'm assuming that's who he's talking about, the Bat Boys. That's
all. That's really all that is mentioned about him in this one.
Okay.
And Carrie says that she hasn't heard from him in the last few hours. And so then Bruce says that he needs to go on a mission. And then what it cuts to, and this was kind of crazy. We see the Flash running, and he's saying that there's more than just a few of us left, real heroes, people that'll stand up for what is right. And then all of a sudden you see somebody fly through his knee, and it just bends. It's like bent backwards, and then you see him, he tumbles, and then you just see him laying there just broken and bloody, laying in the street. It was unexpected.
It's crazy.
So that's you see that them Kryptonians ain't fucking around. So then,
I said the Flash.
So then we see what Batman's mission was. He appears up on a building behind Commissioner Gordon. And
Commissioner Gordon has to be like 9,000 years old.
He's looking pretty old. Plus, he's hitting the whiskey pretty hard. He's on the liquor. He's on the liquor. So then, we see Batman there standing behind him, and basically what Commissioner Gordon's saying is that he doesn't want to give him up because he saw that he saw that he was worthy of dedicating his life to protecting who he was, and he says that he saw Bruce being on the needy side, and he felt like he needed to help him out with that. And then Bruce takes his whiskey out of his hand and says, well, then stop dwelling on it. So, and then that's about it.
That's how it ends?
That's how it ends, yeah. I mean, I would say if I had more context with it, I think I would like it a little more. It wasn't bad overall. I think it would be something that I would give a shot at reading, but I'm not crazy about the way that they drew Batman. I'm not real crazy about the art in this one.
That's Frank Miller.
But there are things that I do like of Frank Miller, like that's the thing. But I don't like that. But as far as the story goes, it's not that bad. I would read it.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's out of the 3 Dark Knights that he's done, it's definitely the weirdest one. I remember reading this and just going, what? Like that was like my reactions to things. And I don't remember if I have any more of these. I don't think I do. I know I did, but I don't think I do anymore. But you'll be able to read the first one now, so you'll see what all the hype is about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
So mine, I had Marvel Man Family's Finest, which was pretty much like a very old school comic, kind of like how Detective Comics was back in the day, where it had like 5 or 6 stories in it. And this one had Marvel Man, then Young Marvel Man, then Kid Marvel Man, and then the Marvel Family. And they were like 4 separate stories. I'm only gonna do the Marvel Man story because it's so ridiculous. It's so 1930s and 40s.
Yeah.
How they speak and how everything is. So, okay. Let's starts off the evil genius Gargunza. Yes.
Gargunza.
He is experimenting with the effects of acids on rocks. As you do.
Okay.
And what's weird is every time Gargunza speaks, and he's like this really short-faced man with these teeth that go like further than his mustache. It's just the weirdest looking human being that I've ever seen. And I'll put a picture up on there, but he is hilarious looking.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, I'll put this picture up so everybody can see it. So, Gargunza's plan is to eliminate mountains from the earth because they produce ice that melts and floods villages and harmful vapors to the atmosphere and ecological problems for agriculture. And I'm sitting here going, if he's right, that doesn't sound very villainous.
No.
Right?
No.
So he kind of wants to do this so they can have more space for like agriculture and buildings and stuff that humans do and humans need rather than nature itself. And so his plan is, I'm going to test this vapor, this acid vapor, right? And he goes to a mountain range in the Midwest. And he's like looking around. He's like, yeah, there's a good mountain. And apparently he can climb it in, half a page. And he gets up there and he puts the vapor down, right? The acid vapor. And he runs away. And he sees that it's starting to work. But it's actually working too good. And it just destroys the mountain but keeps going.
Oh, shit.
So then it gets down to like the molten like parts of the earth. It breaks through the crust, through everything. And he's like, oh shit, what have I done?
Yeah.
And he starts freaking out. So what he does is he gets a hold of, this is my favorite part. It's a Marvel comic, I believe. Yeah, it's a Marvel comic. But they combined the Daily Planet and the Bugle, the Daily Bugle or whatever from Spider-Man. It's called the Daily Bugle, the newspaper, which he calls. And he's figuring, I can get a hold of them and they can get out to Marvel Man, because he's the only one who's going to be able to stop this.
Yeah.
So he calls, and the way Gargunza talks, he always says, huck, 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 H-U-K, H-U-K, before everything.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. So he gets a message to the editor, and the editor tells his number one guy, Mickey Moran, who just happens to be Marvel Man. They don't know. He tells him to go get a hold of Marvel Man and check out this claim because it could be a hoax. So Moran goes outside, looks around, makes sure no one's there, and this is hilarious. He spoke the magic words, kind of like Shazam, but he goes, Kamota! And that turns him into Marvel Man. Yeah. So Marvel Man flies to the experiment site, right, and sees that this has gotten out of hand. And he's like, crap, I don't know what to do. So he gets the idea of, if he flies around in a circle and kind of makes like a tornado, he can funnel it and shoot it up into space, the vapor. So he funnels it, shoots it up into space, but then he looks down and he's like, oh crap, there's a giant hole and there's like molten lava and stuff coming up. So he flies into space and he gathers up a bunch of meteorites and flies them back down and slams them into the hole. So he fixes it, but it's uneven, right? And he's sitting there thinking, there's only one idiot that I know that would do this. Gargunza. Huck, huck, huck.
Huck.
And so he goes and finds Gargunza, and he's like, hey. And Gargunza, even before he can do anything, Gargunza's like, hey, it wasn't me who used the acid vapor and created this molten volcano. And he's like, dude, I didn't even say that. And he's like, oh, I have been foiled. So they don't even tell whether or not he does anything to him, but it looks like he hits him, right? And Gargunza's like, you can't hit me, I'm just a regular person, but it looks like he does get hit. So the end of the comic, Marvel Man or Mickey Moran goes outside at night and looks up and he's like, man, I've done a good job, and notices there's a giant hole in the moon. The vapor didn't dissipate in space, it went to the moon. So he's like, oh crap, I gotta go up there as Marvel Man. So he hucks his way up there and does the spinny thing and throws it into the sun, where, the sun is like 9 million nuclear explosions per second, so nothing's gonna happen. So he fills the moon in with a bunch of more meteorites. And Marvel Man has saved the day. fucking retarded. I had so much fun I was laughing every time. Every time something happened, I was like, what? And this was fun for me because this is exactly what old-timey superheroes were like. Superman used to be able to like put chains around planets and carry them and stuff, you know. But it was crazy, man. It was totally insane. It was batshit nuts.
Sounds like it.
Look at that. That just appeared. So yeah, but it was batshit crazy, man. It was totally insane. It's not recommended unless you like that sort of thing. Plus, it was a budget comic. You can buy like I don't know if they still sell them. I think they do. But you could buy comics that weren't colored.
Okay.
And they were cheaper. So this was one of those. This was one that was just in black and white. So I'm gonna put a stack of comics here, and we are going to pick from them for our next week's run. I don't want any garbage stuff, so
I was gonna say, like, I need something
we
good
need
after
something
the shit
good.
that I've read.
Good this time. You can pick mine, and I'll pick yours.
All right.
So yeah, I'll talk about the Wheel of Time while he's picking. So my early thoughts on the Wheel of Time was the first episode I did not like. Now, if you've never read the books, you will enjoy the show. It moved very fast because they're throwing 14 books that have like average 800 pages into 8 episodes for season 1. I think there's going to be supposed to be 10 seasons. They've been renewed for a second, but they've changed so much stuff, and I know you have to change things for it to make sense in today's world. But there was a lot of changes that I'm going to give it the full season just because I want to see where it goes, and each episode did get better. Oh, I get to read Sabretooth and Mystique, quality time. All right, let's see. So yeah, it did get better each episode, but like I said, if you have not read the books, watch it and you will like it. The fight scenes were really cool. It was gruesome and bloody, and the sets are incredible. The Trollocs look amazing, and so do the fades, and it's cool. It's not like a show where there's magic in it, but you don't really see it. You know, like you see what they're doing.
Yeah.
You actually see it. You're like, oh, that's magic.
All the previews that I've seen, that show, I mean, yeah, I get where you're coming from since you have read the books, and I know there was a lot of like disconnect between the people that watched Game of Thrones and actually read the books.
Right, near the end there was.
Yeah.
Near the end there was, because they, like, the people that read books, they're always going to want stuff that's important to them in the show. I knew they were going to be changing stuff. I just didn't know they were going to be changing fundamental principles of the characters.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now, they could redeem themselves because, like I said, it did get better each episode. I thought the second episode was the best. The third episode was good. It stopped on a very good, a high point where I wanted to know what was going to happen next, where they were going to go. So I get what the showrunner is doing. I can see where they're going and why they changed what they did. I just think that it doesn't give a true representation of what's on print. It kind of leaves the spirit of the books. I could easily say if the characters were named differently, right? There's nothing in there that could tell you that's the Wheel of Time. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. Now, there's other people that love it. There's people that have read the books and love it. They think it's great. And they'll say yes to anything, though. They'll say whatever. So, I mean,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you'll probably like it, dude. You'll actually probably enjoy it. All right, so you're gonna read Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Yes.
All right. I was actually gonna give this one to you, read. I'm glad you picked it for me.
Let's get to the main event.
Yeah.
All right, so you've never seen a DCEU movie until now.
Not a single one.
And I am one of the people that didn't think the DC movies were as bad as everybody's saying. Now, Justice League, the theatrical cut, was horrible. I will agree with that. And Wonder Woman 84, I thought was very campy. I didn't understand how they went from that first Wonder Woman movie, which was unbelievable, one of my favorite movies for superheroes that I've ever seen. Like, the end act was a little bit shaky, but I thought it was fantastic all the way through. The buildup was phenomenal. I was not nearly as hard on Man of Steel as other people were. I thought it was a cool movie.
I loved it. I loved every minute of that movie.
Awesome.
Me and Dana watched it, and you know, she said the same thing. She was like, "This is one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen." I mean, when you really think about it, there was a bigger threat in the Man of Steel than there has been in any of the Marvel movies so far.
Well, they actually did stuff and weren't afraid to kill people.
Yeah, the story was phenomenal, in my opinion. I mean, you got a really, really good backstory for Superman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where he came from, why he was sent to Earth, how they implanted the Codex in him, which I thought was awesome. How it's the DNA of
It's just everything about Krypton and everything.
And it's embedded within his DNA, which I thought was really cool how they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought General Zod, the actor that played him, did a phenomenal job.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was very convincing as a crazy asshole.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed that. Yeah, man, I was honestly very pleasantly surprised when I watched that.
I think the fights hold up still.
The fights are awesome.
Seeing like a bunch of Supermen fight each other was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I was telling you, the one part that I really thought was funny is right about at the end of the movie, Superman and Zod are fighting, and they go into this construction site, and as Zod hits Superman and he's flying into a wall, you see this work site has been so many days without an accident. It says like 100 and some days, and then Superman crashes into it and everything falls off but a 1. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, that's a little cool Easter egg to hide in there. But yeah, I really thought that Man of Steel was an excellent movie, and I'm really excited to see the rest of the DC ones.
So, things that people didn't like, they didn't like the whole stuff with Kevin Costner and like how he died and how he told Clark when he was young. He said, well, Clark was like, what was I supposed to do? Let everybody die on the bus? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was wishy-washy. I didn't have a problem with it.
I thought that's kind of how anybody would have reacted in that situation. I thought that was very genuine of how he acted towards him.
I thought it was a genuine answer. I didn't like that it was based on kids.
Yeah.
Because you do that, and people have the morality of, if you don't save children, then you're just a horrible person. You can't think that way, because this is a origin story for him. All the stuff that he was warring against is what's going to make him the Superman we know and like. And people had a problem with him killing Zod, and I didn't.
No, I thought it was. I
thought the people could have gotten out of the way.
They did just kind of sit there in the corner and cower.
Yeah, I mean, I understood like how it was going this way, and they couldn't go from there, but they could have went under it. There was a bunch of things that they could have done, but I understood the choice that they made in that. And the other thing that people had a problem with was how they're flying through the buildings. People are probably dying left and right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Zod was the one that, after the Kryptonians were killed, he brought the fight to them. What was he going to do? What was Superman going to do after he got rid of the other Kryptonians? Run away?
Yeah.
And Zod was like, I'm going to kill all these people here. So he had to fight the fight on his terms.
He had to.
Now, could he have taken them away earlier, since whenever they were after him? Yes. But that's not what happened. And I think they were showing that the camaraderie build between him and the government, because at first they were still shooting at him.
Oh, yeah.
And
up until honestly the very end, when he comes walking out and they're all holding their guns up at him, and then they're just kind of like, yeah, we're not doing this. Yeah. And they just all put their weapons down. No.
Yes. And I thought that the humans reacted the way, you know, if you're a Superman comes down from
Yeah.
the sky, you know, and you're getting all of this information at once. I thought it was good. I thought the woman, I liked the woman who plays Lois Lane.
Yes.
I thought Amy Adams is a great actress. I just don't feel the character of Lois Lane coming from her. That's not saying that she's not a great actress. I just didn't look at her and go, that's Lois Lane.
Nah, but I like the way that her character was written.
Yeah. Oh, no. Everything was written well
I thought
and fine.
I thought it was actually very well, like we had talked about before. She wasn't like overbearing. She wasn't like
No.
in the way with, like, she was a badass when she had to be, and she did what she needed to do to get the job done. You know.
Yes.
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
But-
I thought she did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
I did. I liked Kevin Costner as Pa Kent, and whoever played the mother,
Yeah,
Martha, which will be a big deal in the next movie you're gonna see. And I can say the theatrical cut also of Batman v Superman was lacking. But if you watch the definitive edition with the extra stuff added into it, seems like when Zack Snyder wants to make a movie and it's really long, they need to just let him make the movie. And cutting it up doesn't work. It doesn't tell a complete story. Because I went to the theater and I saw Batman v Superman. And when I got out of there, I was kind of like, eh. Yeah. But then I watched the definitive edition with my dad before he passed because he loved Superman. That's one of the reasons why I got into comic books, was my dad loved Superman and Batman. And we watched the definitive edition, and I know my tastes has changed. My tastes have changed. A bunch of things have changed in my life. But I went, I remember it being way worse than this. And I'm one of the older people. I know a lot of the younger people don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. I think he's awesome as Batman. I thought he was fantastic. I could totally see them making The Dark Knight Returns with Ben Affleck as Batman.
I'm willing to give it a shot for sure. Like, look, if I'm excited about seeing Robert Pattinson as Batman, then I can at least give Affleck a shot.
Yeah, well, the
You know?
Pattinson thing, the reason why I'm going into it thinking this, because I just knew my mistake I made with Heath Ledger, because people wanna forget
Yep.
that when he was announced as being the Joker, the outrage that came about, and it was all the young teeny bop girls that were like, no, he's a great actor. He, because he was one of those Tiger Magazine Teen Beat kids, guys, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then when it came out, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible. So I'm going to give him a chance. And for the people going, this Batman's just crazy. He's unhinged. He dresses in a bat suit
He's
and beats
Batman.
the crap out of people.
Have you ever looked at Batman and said, man, that dude's got his shit together?
It's true. He might be smart and know what he's doing, and Batman's a scientist and he's all this, but when it really comes down to it, he needs to sit and lay down on the long chair.
He's batshit crazy.
Yes. And I'm gonna give it a chance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna like it, and I like I said, watch the definitive edition of the Batman v Superman.
Is that what I need to watch next?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then you'll watch Wonder Woman,
Okay.
and then Justice League. Just watch the Snyder Cut Justice League.
Yeah.
Don't watch the original one.
No, I don't.
Don't, because it's so bad. It's so
everything.
bad.
I mean, you're not the first person I've seen this from. Literally
It's just
every
bad.
person that I've online. Like, usually there's movies that get some shit, but I have never seen anything positive about the original.
And it's funny.
Nothing.
It's still made twice as much money as the Eternals,
Not surprised.
and twice as much money as Shang-Chi.
Not surprised.
So, I mean, granted, releases were a lot different before the Runtus.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll tell the truth. I'm biased because I'm more of a DC guy than I was Marvel. I have way more DC comics than I do Marvel. Doesn't mean that I don't like Marvel.
Yeah.
I really do. It's just some of the shit's turning into like the CW shows. Like, I can't stand the CW shows. Like, I thought Arrow season 1 and 2 was really good. I never watched The Flash. My wife does. She loves it. Supergirl, all that stuff. I don't watch those CW shows. I don't care for them. I'm not going to.
that actually, I was actually gonna bring something about that up. Is that how? So I never watched Smallville,
Okay.
but I did notice that that's where the fighting takes place.
Smallville is where he grew up.
Okay, yeah, I
In
wasn't
the comics, yeah.
okay.
He grew up in Kansas in Smallville. That's a real, that's like a real thing in the comic books. That's where
Okay.
he's from. That's why Lois Lane would always call him Smallville. In the show, in the cartoon, and stuff like that, she would always call him Smallville. But yeah, I think it just gets unnecessary flack for, you base a whole 2 hour and 25-minute movie on like 2 scenes.
No, you can't.
You can't do that.
can't
You have to take the whole. If you don't like it as a whole, I understand. I get it.
I mean,
you could point out tons of writing flaws, but you also have to look at that's the story that they were telling for that Superman. And if you watch the movies that come after it, he does not betray that character.
No.
No.
Good.
Because a while
excited.
ago, I didn't watch Man of Steel, but I watched Batman v Superman, then Snyder's Justice League, and I was like, holy crap, like these just flow seamlessly into each other. I was like, they literally flow way better continuity wise than a bunch of the other movies that I saw that don't have to make up random stuff just for something to fit.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get into watching the rest of these. Yeah, man, I seriously blown away by how much I enjoyed that movie. Like as a movie, it's very entertaining from start to finish, and it definitely gets me interested into watching the rest of it.
Yeah.
And if that was the job of that movie, it did it well. So.
And I can step back objectively and be like, yes, it has certain problems, and I can understand that. But I also know that I'm a DC fan, so I'm going to be biased. At least I tell you the truth, and don't say, oh, there's no problems with it, whatever. No, I'm going to tell you the truth. We could sit down and have a technical conversation about it, and you could point out things. The audience could point out things if they hated the movie, and I could agree or disagree with you on them. But from my opinion, I enjoyed it. I would watch it again, and I thought the fights were incredible.
Yeah.
I thought they were. It was everything I wanted to see Superman do. And
yeah, pretty much.
they got really into everything, like him as a kid and all this stuff, so I liked it.
I really liked the scenes of him as a child and like experiencing when he was getting like the X-ray vision.
Yeah, and then Zod experienced it later.
Yeah.
Like, it was a callback, and it was very good continuity wise.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool detail to add into the story. I really liked that aspect of it. I'm glad they kind of delved into that a little bit.
Yep.
I thought that was really cool.
Well, hey man, we're done.
We're done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right, good. I'm tired of shit.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Later.
Bye-bye.